What is Mike doing over there? Look at him. He's got like an umbrella. He's being a little wimp. He's got a little sprinkle of water. Look at him. Whoa, what are you doing? Looks heavy, bro. Hey, is it heavy?
I got it. You stay.
I got it. I'm here. I'm just chilling. So we get these Caesar salads at this restaurant just down from August Luxury Motor Cars, 3510 Spectrum Court. But check this out. Look at the difference between his salad and my salad. We got the exact same salad, and you have to cut it because it comes in like romaine hearts, right? Like in the big chunks. And I don't know what Mike does. I think it would look like he used a chainsaw to cut up his lettuce. But look at my salad and look at his. What is going on? He doesn't even have his dressing on yet, or his lemon, or any of that. I got mine done, dialed.
I'm figuring it. Your knife looks sharper than mine.
We were talking about how maybe Mike, instead of cutting it like this, he was cutting it with the wrong end of the knife. Look at you go.
Jesus. It's like... Okay, I'm having enough of that.
I don't know what his problem is. Easy.
See, I usually...
He's killing me right now. You know what this is, right?
No.
What does it look like besides motor oil?
Teriyaki sauce.
Where'd you grow up?
Kelowna, man. What is that?
It's balsamic vinegar reduction.
Reduction.
Yeah, so it's thicker.
Yeah. Tastes good.
Had the Mercy out for lunch. Just heading back to the house now. Good bump right here. Ooh, ooh. I try to rotate through the cars just to keep everything, you know. I feel like if you start them and drive them at least once a week, then at least all the lubricant stays everywhere it needs to be. Again, I don't know shit about engines, but that's my theory and I'm going with it. Gosh, this car sure does sound good, doesn't it? That V12. It's got that high-pitched whine. We got like a hairpin corner right here. It's pretty rad. Really slick though in the winter. I came around this in the 488, true story. I can't remember who was behind me. I had someone behind me, Dave or somebody. And I came around this hairpin corner and the back end of the car slid out and I did a full 180 into the opposite lane. Now luckily this isn't a very busy road, but that surprised me because it was like going downhill, a little bit of a camber, but it's a full U-turn. And I guess it was just, it had been wet out and obviously it had gotten cold and froze. And yeah, I hit some of that black ice and around I went. Lucky I didn't hit a curb. That would have fucked the back end of the car up or a rim or something. So I don't have anything really going on today. It's a Saturday. My schedule's pretty free and open. But hang out with Presley, do some fun stuff with the kiddo, just see where the day goes. Kind of just chill. I do have to figure out with Dave some videos for the rest of the week. We do have the 720 is at the tail end of being painted. The 488's being started. We have some projects to update you guys on. And we also have some drives and stuff we just want. So I put the Mercy away and then found out Presley wants to go to the mall and we need to go buy technically a present for my niece. It's her birthday. So we're gonna go birthday present shopping for a little girl. And I need a Starbucks, I think. I need my coffee. Anyhow, we decided that instead of taking the CX5 loaner, which is what we have because if you don't know, wifey's G63 engine is being repaired. Well, not repaired, replaced, I should say. She blew the engine up in her G-Wagon. We don't even know how that's possible. And, well, we're gonna take the most practical car in the DDE fleet, the JDM luggage car. That's right, the R35 GTR. I love this car and I figured, you know what? Why don't we drive this now that I finally got it up here? This is what I love about these cars. Like when I first went to buy a Lamborghini, I actually wimped out and bought a 4-seater Maserati Gran Turismo MC edition because, well, I had Mia and Tyler who were still young kids and family was a priority to me and I wanted to be able to drive the car. And I knew I would get more time behind the wheel if I could drive a vehicle that would take them with me. Try not to hit anything here as I back up. So I bought the Maserati, and it was a beautiful car. I mean, I classified that as some form of a entry-level exotic supercar. It had an engine built by Ferrari in the front of it. It looked absolutely crazy. It had 500 horsepower, and I'm glad I bought that car. We had a lot of fun, made a lot of memories in it. Wifey and I drove that on my very first supercar rally, Italian Stampede in LA. We drove all the way down, and she was pregnant at the time with Presley. So lots of fun memories. Anyhow, 4-seater supercars are really cool. There's very few of them. There's more now, you know, because you got like the Lusso or the FF from Ferrari. Lamborghini only makes the Urus, but still, super SUV. It's pretty cool, because back in the day, there was basically the Maserati and a GTR. If I'm missing one, you guys can comment below. What's another 4-seater supercar? I can't think of one. Anyhow, we're off to the mall. It's Mike's phone. So we opted for pizza and a salad from our favorite pizza joint, Famoso. Presley and wifey found some stuff at the mall. I did not buy anything, which is good. I restrained myself. There you go. It was ready when we got there. Look at all the stuff Presley's got going on.
This is all
Presley,
mine.
what's your doll's name? What's your doll's name?
Honeylicious.
Honeylicious.
And then we got another one.
And what did you get for Aria?
This.
Lone Star.
Yeah, for your cousin.
That's right.
Belated birthday.
Okay. Home it is for pizza.
I'm gonna eat pizza right now.
You know, we're breaking the rule, family.
What's that?
We're eating Italian food, and we are not in one of the Italian supercars. We're in a JDM car. We should have got sushi. We should start doing that.
Two sushi.
It's called Eat What You Drive. The new Fryer family code.
Or drive what you eat.
Hey, I heard
Which
that
is
you have
everything.
my new steering wheel also.
Oh, it's in the
For
back.
my truck that I cannot
heard
drive.
that I get my food right now.
What food did you get?
Pizza.
The pizza's hot. I touched it on the way. Like, they just got it ready when we were here to get
I
it.
don't care.
Nice face, goofball. All right,
We have an update on
At
the
home.
truck too, right?
we do have an update, kinda. The update is they found a used
They found a
engine,
used engine.
and then by the time they got it approved, it got
had
sold.
like a 5-year warranty. The kilometers matched everything that they needed. And then while they were waiting for approval, the engine was sold. So
On the hot tub
because it's
tonight.
warranted, they have all these requirements. So they think they may have found another one. We're just waiting to hear.
We're gonna go in the hot tub tonight, and I'm gonna wear this.
Our hot tub's all ready.
It is.
Hot tub, hot. Let's go eat. I'm
I'm gonna
starving.
wear this.
Okay, Presley.
What's that movie, Hot Tub Time Machine?
Oh my, that movie's so bad.
What?
There are pizzas, guys. They are delish. What do you think, Presley? Pizza good?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. You've got like your own little turntable. Brick it, brick it.
It's gonna
What do you got? You got food coming? Ooh, rabbit.
I got surprises.
Hey? No, you are not a pizza dog. Go get your rabbit. Go get it. Dino, come on. Got the hot tub going. How's the hot tub, girls?
Nice.
Presley, what do you think?
Well, I want 2 small tomatoes.
Oh, I'm your errand boy for snacks. Dino, what do you think? Presley wants 2 tomatoes. What do you say, buddy? Hey? All right, I'll go get you tomatoes. When are we gonna turn the pool on so we can go swimming?
What?
I wanna go swimming in the pool.
Same.
How long until we can heat it?
It's not heated yet.
I know, I put my finger in it, it's freezing. It's cold. I got it pretty clean though. I've been working away at it every day. Oh yeah, that's chilly. Well, we got a couple of days of rain, but you know what? That's good news where we live because things get really dry and if... No. I do not want to get wet.
And
Look
then
at Dino trying to get up. Anyhow, it's good that we get rain. I was getting attacked there by my child. Because it gets really dry, and if not, we end up with these fires all summer, and then it gets really smoky and gross. It kind of ruins the summer. So, a little bit of rain, we're grateful for. All right, I'm on a mission to get tomatoes. This kid loves the healthiest little snacks. I think she just wants little tomatoes like this. All right, wifey's into the ice cream cake. This is okay, because I just ate 2 pancakes. I don't know why. I was hungry. And look, it's 10:21 at night. And I ate the cheesecake that was in the fridge. By the way, that was really good. Look at her. She's like, what? What?
I'm in pajamas right now.
You're in a sweater with my shoulder cutting you off. And
I was upstairs for 10 minutes. I could tell how fast I just hear that fork scraping the plate. You're trying to be quick. I was like, oh, he's eating something, so I'm supposed to be eating.
And I'm trying to figure my week out. So filming videos for YouTube is easy at times because depending on where you are, sometimes the day just falls into place. Things happen. Everyone's in a good mood. There's no drama. There's no bad things happening in your world anywhere else, getting text messages or whatever. The weather's good. You get the picture. Things just flow. And sometimes when we were down in Southern California, it was like boom, 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 like clockwork. We would film 2 videos a day. That's how we maintained the lifestyle pre-COVID.
Boom shalom.
Boom shalom. So we'd make these videos where we'd go out in the morning, film a video till the afternoon, and then take a little break and then start another video and film into the night. And that's when we were flying, down for a week on, week off, coming home. And essentially we would upload every single day. We made enough videos where we were there to upload every day while we were in the US and then still keep uploading when we got back home. But we never really filmed in Canada all that much.
That was intense.
It was very intense.
And the burnout, there's only so long that could.
I came home and cried many, many times myself to sleep. But I survived. Now we're here. We've kind of maintained our schedule based on not as much driving, unfortunately, because of the strict rules and regulations here around driving laws, and more around buying more cars that Dave and I had interest in and building them to these crazy machines that we've turned them into, like the Aperta and the twin turbo F12 and the 720 project and the 488 rebuild, and buying new cars all the time, the R34, the R35, the CGT, the G63 RS, Mia's Lambo. It just goes on and on and on, right? Well, now there's a point where
Just kidding.
his wife wants a new G-Wagon, apparently. There's a point where all things come to kind of like a saturation point, if you will. So, you guys want to see more crazy driving. We want to give you more crazy driving. That's honestly what my heart's in all this for. I don't love building cars. I like a bit of the process of it. I like seeing things I had in my imagination come to reality and be in front of me. But ultimately, I want to drive the cars around. That's what I like to do, be behind the seat, the driver's seat. And we really need to get back to the US at some point to do all of this because, we can get a ticket down there for doing 100 miles an hour on the highway and that's it. It's a ticket. You're not getting your car impounded. You're not losing your license for 6 months. So different rules, more lenient. Police are a lot more chill. But this next week coming up, I'm not going to the States yet. They just imposed more restrictions where I live. Everybody's in a different situation now with this COVID. A lot of people are getting vaccinated. That's the scary thing from my point of view on that is the vaccination doesn't work for every strain. So it's kind of like a false sense of security. You get it and you're like, oh, life's good. Let's go live our lives again. And then, you're carrying or getting very, very sick from a new variant of COVID and either hurting yourself or hurting others. So we live in this crazy time, right? And I'm trying to think over the next week right now, What am I gonna film? I've got a 720 in a paint booth. That's not gonna be done for another week. The 488 is gonna be like a month to build, which I'll cover that as we go. But I'm looking for these like, you know, headliner, title, thumbnail type videos. So I'm just sharing with you guys kind of like the stress of my life and what it's like to deal with this stuff. I know we make all the videos look really fun and exciting, but there's real stress that comes along with this because it's a business. It has a lot of expenses. There's a lot of families that rely on us, you know. So it falls on my shoulders as an owner to deliver content and make money, and that money feeds everybody and keeps this whole machine going around and around and around. And Dave's in the same boat. Dave's doing the same thing, stressing about Facebook, stressing about content creation, our sponsors, making sure we deliver that kind of stuff on time. So I will probably give Dave a ring tomorrow and try to brainstorm, mastermind with him like we do, bounce ideas off of each other as to, hey, could we do this? Could we do that? What about doing this with this car? What about this concept? Yada, yada, yada. But that's kind of what the tail end of my night looks like. And then maybe, well, wifey's probably tired, but I might sit and try to just like unwind. I have a hard time kind of relaxing my brain and not thinking about DDE and work a lot of the time. So I try to watch a movie or something to that effect, a show.
I tried to talk to him about gardening, but
I don't give a fuck about gardening, to be honest.
I was like, you answer my plant question, and I will answer what color I think is best on that car. He legit was like, hey, what color do you like? And I was like, I asked you 5 minutes ago about what this freaking plant was and if you like it, and you didn't answer me. So answer my plant question, and then I'll pick the car.
I'll just pick my own color. So yeah, that's it. Wifey and I had a lunch date the other day, which was really nice. And we got to spend some quality time together and hang out. And today was fun because we went into town and went shopping for my niece's birthday present, which we got all this stuff right here. Very, very cool. Whole pile of stuff.
Yeah.
She's
some tie-dye stuff. Her mom's gonna be thrilled.
She loves that kind of stuff, you know, and she's 8.
A little tie-dye kit.
Yeah.
Look at these shorts.
She's same age as Presley, so it's
They're
easy to
so
go,
cute.
look at these shorts, tie-dye shorts.
And, you know.
So we're pumped that our hot tub's up and running.
Yeah.
The pool's gonna be up and running soon. We're very fortunate because even though we're still dealing with these restrictions here where we live in a really beautiful place. We have a lot of amazing amenities. We have our own gym. I don't have to worry about going to a public gym, wearing a mask and making an appointment to go, and all these things that are really inconvenient and things that I would never do anyhow. I'm not gonna make an appointment to go to a fucking gym. So I'm grateful I have all this stuff right here on our property. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't make it still challenging. Everybody's going through something right now. It's a challenging time.
We were in a townhome with no yard last year, so we get it.
Now you're getting it. You keep talking. I'm gonna put you on camera.
Because I just ate. I got like blue.
You got what?
Icing.
Oh.
Icing on there.
You got blue icing on your lips. I always say you look like you blew a Smurf when you have blue lips like that. No filter. That's what they want. They want the real Damian, and that's what I would say, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be? See?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Dave and I always joke about how, you know, in the beginning of doing YouTube or any type of content, it's like anybody, you know, you don't fully put yourself out there, like the true you, because if you're worried about being judged or what people think about you, and you want to break that habit. It takes years. It took me years to be able to pick up a camera and film myself while standing at a gas pump in public, because when you do that, everybody stares at you. And then it gets in your head and you think to yourself, what are they thinking? Blah, blah, blah. The truth is, it doesn't matter. That person ain't gonna pay your bills. If you got a wife and children to provide for, they ain't gonna take care of them. So you just have to get on with it. And then once you realize, like once you get into the habit of that and get rid of that little voice in your head that gets you all embarrassed and flustered, nothing changes other than what you're doing for yourself. You still produce the content and move on through your day. Anyhow, I'm going around in all sorts of weird random circles. This is how my brain works. It just goes from like one weird topic as it comes up and I just talk about it. Anyhow, I always like doing these stories for you guys because, you know, I try to show you a bit of my days outside of like Daily Driven Exotics main channel filming where we're like all hyped up, always smiling. And we do that on purpose because one, it keeps us in a constant state of positivity, which is amazing. Makes you feel good. But also, you know, that's what people want to watch. They want to watch entertaining content where it's got a positive vibe to it. And there are potentially what people could see as negative situations. Like sometimes, like I explained in one of the recent videos, I ask a lot of questions when I get pulled over and some people are like, why are you always being a dick to the cops? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying to get a point across. And I'm kind of like roadside self-attorney, you know, representing myself and asking lots of questions because if it results in a ticket, I need to know a lot of information to be able to go into court prepared. And I'd rather get it right there on the spot and on camera. I noticed Dave answered a bunch of questions people had, and I don't have anything that I could read off the top of my head, but on the cop topic, you know, I've seen people ask questions around like, you know, could you film more positive police interactions, which I've done a couple recently. They were really, really good. And I've had other experiences like that, and they were blended into videos where we were on a rally or doing something, and it wasn't like a big title and thumbnail. So it wasn't such, I guess, what people expected to be like the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of the video content. But there are lots of great police interactions I've had. I have a lot of great police associates and friends. And, you know, I think people confuse my videos that I have the hardcore drama run-ins with some of those police officers as like, I don't like cops. That's not true at all. I highly respect police officers. Number one, they're just human beings doing a job, wearing a uniform. And that job that they do is very, very hard and very, very necessary. Without cops, our world would be absolute chaos. And they do an amazing job in so many different ways. So first of all, I like cops. You just got to respect the fact that no matter what we do on this planet, no matter what career is available to us, there's always going to be a percentage of people that are overly egotistical, abuse their power, make mistakes, you know, whether that be intentionally or unintentionally. Shit just happens, so to speak. So, you know, I come across that 1% or whatever the small percent is of people who don't know the law and they're a police officer and they're trying to enforce something on me. And I know for a fact, like let's say Officer Pena at the Beverly Hills Police. He was telling me I couldn't legally drive in California without a California driver's license on my Canadian license. I knew like 100% I was in the right. I knew for a fact. I knew all the rules. There was no like, I wasn't speeding. I didn't do anything else. I didn't run that stop sign he said I ran. I didn't do anything wrong. And I just knew this guy had a beef and he was trying to take it out on me. So I saw it to the nth degree, as you saw in that video, and went as far as even filing a complaint on him. That happens. Those situations come up and they happen. And those, unfortunately, on, you know, the internet, my line of business, are the ones that produce the best result, which is revenue. You know, if I could make a happy 20-minute video of just talking to amazing cops and that blew up, I would put that on the internet every single day. But unfortunately, I don't know why, you guys and the masses just don't eat that shit up. You guys like the drama. So,
because everybody likes drama. That's why we all watch like reality TV and all that stuff.
So for whatever reason, humans, the human brain, the mind, it's attracted to that type of content. And that's why, you know, my drama cop videos are more prominent and probably more recognized than my super happy cop interactions. Like my friend Don Chase, who's also a Beverly Hills police officer, rides a motorcycle, and is a very fair and great police officer who's serving that community. You know, he'll give you a ticket. He'd give me a ticket if I did something wrong and I would deserve it, but he's not gonna hand out bullshit tickets, and he's not gonna manipulate anybody or do anything like that. So that's what makes him a great officer. Wish there was more of them. He was thinking about retiring this year and he didn't. He's like, I'm having too much fun. I was like, I don't blame you. Cruising around a motorcycle in Beverly Hills would be pretty fun. You can only imagine the stories he has to tell. Anyhow, you guys, wifey and I are gonna chill. Maybe watch something on our Peacock television. I don't know what's going on here at the moment. But that's it for us tonight. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching this channel and the main channel and all the support. If you guys pick up DDE merch or the YSOB merch, it all helps us keep this machine I was talking about earlier going. It helps pay Jamie and support Jamie's family. You know, he's got wife, kids, Dave's family, his kids, our family, and then other individuals like Ryan and Kelsey and yeah, and then it trickles down to a whole bunch of other people, you know, like Anthony's now working for us and doing the merchandise stuff, and we buy merchandise through a woman named Jessica, and she has she has a husband and kids.
She does not have a wife.
She does not have a wife. Anyhow, when you think about something, when you start it, all you think about in the beginning is like just getting it going and it being this successful machine and it making money. And in the beginning, if you're a solo partner, you know, I thought like, oh, I just wanted to make enough money so I can drive supercars. And as time goes by, been 9+ years, it's grown into this thing where the thing that's most important to me is, yes, it gives me the lifestyle and gives me the ability to do things I love and do. But honestly, the stress for me and all the weight on my shoulders is like, it's not just about me anymore. It's about like all these other people. Like I don't just get to walk away from DDE and just be like, okay, I'm good, I'm done. Because it's also about all these other people. So anyhow, what I'm getting at is I appreciate you guys in any way you support us, because it doesn't just support me, it supports a whole bunch of people, whether you see them in front of the camera or not. And that's really cool. Have a great night. Later.
So I did a post today on Instagram, basically, of a clip from yesterday's story of me closing the door on Adam's face. And then I couldn't pin it because you can't pin your own comment, but I said, yo, I'm going to answer some of your questions in my DDE story segment tonight. Reply to this comment with your questions. And many of you did, so I'm going to take a few minutes and read these. I'm not doing anything eventful today. I'm doing some family stuff. And I thought, well, I can answer some questions or give you nothing. So if you take it or leave it. If you don't like it, then go. From G63, will you ever get rid of the Bentley? Yes. I don't keep cars that long. I love experiencing vehicles, and then once I've experienced them, unless they're going to have a value or really special, or there's some sort of underlying, like the Type R, for example, I'll never get rid of the Type R. It's really personal and it's nostalgic and it's something I've always wanted, and there's no point selling it. It's not going to depreciate, so I'm not going to lose money on it. The Bentley I wanted because it was an opportunity when it was there, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this. But long term, no, I wouldn't keep it forever. I'd like to replace it one day with a Rolls-Royce Wraith. When my youngest, Kenley, is out of a car seat and she can climb in and out. Right now, it would be really irresponsible to have a 2-door. But that would be a really cool car to have. I like the styling of it. I would do it completely murdered out. Black on black wheels, black everything, black. I saw a picture of one a few years ago and I loved it. So maybe one day I'll get something like that. From DTech_O, would you ever get a Mercedes McLaren SLR? Personally, I don't love the look of that car. I mean, the doors are kind of cool, I guess. I've heard that they don't brake very good. I've heard they don't shift very good. So there's no real reason why I want one for performance. Maybe as an investment, but I mean, we're not car collectors. We have a few cars that we're gonna hold on to because they are appreciating, but there's also a love for them. Like Damian genuinely loves the Murcielago. He didn't buy it because it's like an investment only. From JB_1812, is there any country outside Canada and the US that you and Damian would like to travel to once the pandemic is over? Absolutely. Ironically, back in 2019, we went to Japan and we talked about doing maybe every other month a different country. Excuse me. Like, I know we want to go to Australia for sure. A lot of fans in Australia, the Philippines, England, Scotland, Ireland, basically Euro tour, Italy. Where else did we talk about going? I honestly, like, one of the coolest parts about this business is being able to travel, what it was until COVID. So I would definitely, once we can, if things are 100% good to go and safe and clean and responsible, would go everywhere. But definitely a Euro tour to begin with, definitely Australia, definitely the Philippines. Please, more R35 Alpha content. Yeah, we haven't been driving that car, the weather hasn't been the best, and now it's actually nice out. That car is basically a race car, and we need to get onto a drag strip. And it'd be cool to take that car and put it against all the supercars. So like, Damian's F12 when it's done, versus the R35 Alpha build, my twin turbo Huracan, some more drag racing stuff. But we'll do that. Get a 600 LT, it suits you perfect, sir. I do love the 600 LT, it's a cool car. Probably would get a 675 LT over a 600 because you get the hydraulic suspension, you get active aero. It's just a bit more advanced of a car. It's part of their supercar series versus their super sport series. So, but a 600 LT is super sick as well. If I got one, I definitely want a roof scoop because that car looks crazy with a roof scoop. When are you gonna get DD on the back of your head? I have no tattoos. Well, my hair, this is all fake. This is a tattoo to make it look like I have a hairline, but I don't have any actual tattoos, and I have no plans to get anything. When is the Huracan coming back? Very soon. RG at 316 is waiting for a new clutch. Once she has that, that'll be it, and the car will come home, and we'll be doing some crazy stuff in a 1500 horsepower Huracan. Have you ever considered an acting in, sorry, this is from Touring Tag. Have you ever considered a career in acting and comedy? No, I mean, I like being funny and I enjoy aspects of it. I think I was more on the writing side. I kind of wanted to be a writer, like an SNL writer would be a dream of mine. I don't know if I like the whole structure thing. Like what we do is very improv, and I like that part of it. Like Damian and I don't sit and go, okay, what's your line, what's my line? And sometimes we do have lines for things like brand deals, and it's a pain in the ass, and it's super hard for us to be authentic and real when we have to say a certain thing in a certain order. But I think I would like to do something for fun. Like I'd love to be in a movie one day as a small role, just as like a bucket list. I don't say I did it, not to make money or to be a serious actor, but it'd be fun to actually do something like that. As far as a comedy goes, yeah, I like being funny when it's not pressure. I feel like to do stand-up comedy and have to write jokes and all that would be a lot harder. And I enjoy adding elements of my humor in the videos the way they are now. So I think it's perfect. There's no one telling me what I have to say and what I can't say. I mean, obviously Damian and I are responsible. We won't make any inappropriate jokes or anything offensive, but for the most part, we have free reign. I'm trying to find more questions for you guys. Where did they all go? They all disappeared. What the fuck? Blizzard 470 Las Vegas. Why are you and Damian so awesome? Well, that's a matter of opinion. I appreciate that. I think Damian and I are very, we don't really give a shit what people think. So we hit a point in your life where you just act like you act like we don't act like. I've done things on the internet that most people are embarrassed about, but it's very liberating when you truly don't care. Now, that doesn't mean we don't respect your opinion and don't want you to like our videos. It means we're not worried about people that don't like us on the internet. It doesn't bug us. So we gotta be ourselves every day. Is DDE hiring? Not right now. That being said, if you have an extraordinary talent, like if you're a videographer that's made crazy videos, always send us your reel. The problem is and this is the reality, if we hire somebody, it has to put the business to the next level. We're not here to train somebody or show someone how to use a camera or somebody how to edit a video. We're way past that. So now someone's like, hey, I want to edit videos for you. I want to film for you. They need to bring something to the table that we're not capable of. So it's like, we're doing this, all of a sudden they bring us to here, and then it's worth spending the money on it. But when we do job postings, when we say, someone experienced, 90% of the applications are not experienced, and they're not worth our time to really go down the path of reviewing, because the person just wants the opportunity as a favor. There's no value being added to us. And when I say us, I mean you guys. So if we bring somebody on, it has to elevate the content so that you guys enjoy it more. How much would you sell a Squadron Corsa for? And if you did, what would be the replacement? How much? I don't know. It really depends on the market value. And when there's a car like that, that's that rare, they don't come for sale that often. So it's not like I can go, okay, there's 10 for sale right now. Where I have seen them listed based on mileage and things like that, 220 to 250 US. And that's for a car that's stock. Mine has the VF Engineering Supercharger, which is a $30,000 add-on. And mine has the matte interior carbon, which wasn't cheap. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to really analyze it, but probably somewhere in that area. What would I get to replace it? What do I want? So let me get to that position for a second. Like, what cars do I not have that I want? 695 LT, Ferrari FF or a Lusso, based on pricing. I like the idea of having back seats one day, so I get the V12 screaming sound, which is like iconic as well as practicality. And it sounds kind of funny when we say that, but like the R34 is amazing because you can fit stuff in it. The GT3 RS is amazing because you can fit stuff in it. I've got kids. It'd be really cool to have a Ferrari with back seats. In fact, before I got the Bentley, I almost thought about getting an FF as my daily. I don't think it'd be super practical to have as your only daily when you have 2 kids. When the kids are older, maybe, but anyways, FF for sure, 695 LT. A Wraith one day would be cool. What else? Let me come back to this a little bit. I need to think more about that. Canada or the US for driving? The US. Canada has some of the strictest laws, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but sometimes it's mistargeted. For example, we're here, if you do 41 over, and we've said this 1,000 times, but if you don't know, 41 kilometers over, your car is instantly impounded. 7 days, huge ticket, and you'll lose your license. Is that a bit excessive? I mean, I guess the challenge with everything is like, what's the intent of the law? It's to save lives, protect others. So if you're by yourself on the middle of the island, which is where I live, there's a highway, there's nobody on it at night, and I'm doing 160 in the 110 kilometers, and I get pulled over and my car's taken away, seems a little excessive. Maybe a ticket, but it just makes it really hard to enjoy some of those roads. What is your dream car? Man, it's hard because so many of my dream cars, I've been fortunate enough, thanks to you guys, thanks to Damian for bringing me into this business, thanks to myself for working hard, I've had. So the dreams keep on growing and growing and growing, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If I would say like a big crazy dream car, McLaren F1. What a cool car. Partially because the iconic patina behind it, as well as I remember reading a magazine. It was the $1 million car, and this was back in like the late 90s, and it was like McLaren F1. That was my first time learning about that level of car, so that'd be really cool to have. Obviously, that's a $20 million car, and there's a lot of other things I take before I would buy a car for $20 million. Like I'd buy an apartment building and retire off the rent. Probably do that. What is the business dynamic between you and Damian? What's your percentage of the company? I own 1%. What is your favorite car memory from Braden McIntyre? I think I said that right. First time driving a supercar was with Damian in Vegas. It was a 650S. I think it was a Spider. I can't remember. Yeah, it was a Spider, I think, which I don't love Spiders. But in my first time driving a car, I was scared shitless because this car's worth north of $200,000. And at that point, I was working at Starbucks still, and my daily driver was an average $10,000, $20,000 vehicle. So the responsibility was scary. But then I remember just like being so confused how to operate it, how to use the lift was like, my mind was blown, how to shift it, how to put it into gear. It was so different. And then I remember hammering it and seeing the active arrow, because it was a 650S, I had the active arrow. The wheel would flatten up, then a brake went straight up, and I was like, holy shit. So that's probably my favorite experience because it was new. And then probably beyond that, when Damian gave me the R8 with Mike and Matt from August Motor Cars, that was my first supercar. That was pretty cool. Spang. Would you guys consider partnering with somebody from the States and having a DD member that lives in the States, like me, I'm in Florida, to basically make videos for you guys? What he's asking is, would we hire somebody to make videos for us? Maybe. It really depends on your ability to be entertaining and make videos that the audience would enjoy, that would fit in with the DDE lifestyle. We've done this a little bit, like we've had like other creators make videos for us and things like that. It's really hard because a lot of guys that watch our channel watch it for Damian and myself and some of our co-stars, and it changed things up. People might not really enjoy that. That being said, if we had somebody all of a sudden who had access to crazy cars, I could film in a way that made sense and make really good videos, we consider it. But it has to be like, again, we talked about this earlier, like take it from here to here. Quig 415, would you daily a 100,000 horsepower diesel pickup? Yeah, I actually do like trucks. I've owned a few. Never a diesel truck, never like a big one, like a 1 ton. I had a 2007 Toyota Tundra, which I liked a lot. I really enjoyed that truck. Then I had a Ford Raptor not too long ago that I did some off-road stuff on. I would get like it would be cool to have like a big Duramax dually, just to have, because it's cool with, like, you know, the guys that do like the tractor trailer 22 or 21.5-inch wheel conversion with like 10 massive lug nuts. That'd be cool. But yeah, I would definitely do that. Dan Marinelli, I'm sorry, dude, if I got that wrong. If you could have the chance to replace one actor in one movie, which character would you choose and why? Holy shit. Like, maybe that actor, would you? Oh my god, what a big question. Okay, what movies have they miscast? Is that what we're looking for? Miscast? I stopped recording and actually thought about this for a few minutes in my brain. I couldn't go there. I will say this. If people want to know what makes a good actor, it's easy as this. When you watch the show, do you believe them? Do you believe that that's actually that person telling that story? Or does it look like someone reading lines and looking like they don't know what they're doing? Think about, I'll use my friend Chad, who played Jesse in Fast and the Furious. People think that when they see Chad, that's Jesse. They believed him. The way he spoke his lines and carried his character and carried his role in that movie, you believe that was Jesse. That's the sign of a good actor. So it's the right role, the right ability to speak the lines organically. And that's why people mentioned earlier, like, we talked about doing a movie, and Dave and I have talked about doing a TV show and movies and things like that. But to actually have to remember lines and all that, that'd be really hard. Like, you can tell if I'm just freestyling, talking, it's easy, and I don't mumble, I don't go ums or ahs. But if I'm reading lines and having to remember in a certain way and still be organic, like, that would be really hard. Being a good actor would be really hard. Daniel Day-Lewis, that'd be hard. Slender Dorb, do they make hats big enough for you? That's funny. It's a joke about having a big ego. And Damian and I always tease each other and have fun. And that's the biggest thing, like, you know, we don't take this all too seriously in the fact that we take it seriously as a business and to make videos for you guys. That's how we support our families. But as far as our egos in the show, like, I tease Damian, he teases me, we all tease each other. And it's just that camaraderie. It's just fun. It's like a band of brothers in a lot of ways. And it's really fun poking fun at each other, but it's all in good love. Like, at the end of the day, we have each other's backs and we support each other, want to see each other grow. Ball busting is just how a lot of times guys relate. And that's changing, I get that. You know, the old montage of, you know, men being men, not showing emotion is leaving. I was raised that way. We're raised to be tough. But in a lot of ways, I've met a lot of guys now that are a lot younger than me, where it's okay to talk about your feelings, it's okay to cry, it's okay to be vulnerable. And, like, friends are just nice to each other. You know, Mia taught us a lot about, like, her generation, like, they're just nice and supportive. Whereas there's Damian and I always, like, talking shit to each other. So, hey, all it comes down to is your intent, and our intent is positive.